So in this purely educational video, we're going to be talking about how we can make methamphetamine in a racemic 50-50 mixture from H2SO4 and sodium cyanoborohydride. We also have the precursors of phenylacetone and methylamine. I won't get into how you synthesize phenylacetone. There's probably a million ways you can do it, but one of the best ways to make this here is from ammonia. So you take ammonia, NH3, and you react it with an alkyl halide. Make sure that you use an excess of ammonia and only a stoichiometric amount of your alkyl halide. And then you will notice that you get methylamine, if you have things just right. So with that out of the way, let's get into the mechanism here. We need to, of course, use the reagent sodium cyanoborohydride. That's selective to the imines. And then H2SO4, that is just an acid, and that's going to help promote this reaction. So I'll draw my annotations in green here. Let's start with phenylacetone. So we have phenylacetone here. And that's going to react with a molecule of acid. So we're going to have our acid here, and we're going to steal a proton, and subsequently we're going to get an activated carbonyl. So this is an activated carbonyl that makes this center more electrophilic. That means that our nucleophile methylamine can come in and attack. So I actually want to draw that in a different color here. So we have our, I'm going to draw this a little out of order, but that's okay. So it attacks and pushes up electrons, giving us alcohol and a attached nitrogen group. So we have our alcohol, and then on this side we're going to have our attached methylamine molecule. This will have and these won't have lone pairs. This will have a positive charge. Okay, so we have a positive charge here. We need to neutralize it, so I'll actually bring the arrow back around. We need to neutralize it, so it's just going to be a simple deprotonation from some basic species, and that will just be another methylamine molecule. So methylamine steals a proton and it gives electrons right back to ammonia. Now, from some acidic species, our molecule will go on. And this is when, right here is when you'll be start to get chiral. So we'll actually draw it that there's unknown stereochemistry. You could either have R or S, doesn't matter. But anyways, so what happens next is, and we have our H here, and like that, okie dokie. So what happens next is we're gonna take an acidic proton, and hydroxide's gonna pick it up, right? We wanna get rid of that water molecule and keep our methylamine. So we have a water leaving group, and yet again we have that unknown stereochemistry. So what happens next is we're going to push electrons in and kick water out. Okie dokie, so we do that. And here we go, and now the stereochemistry isn't unknown because we now have an imine, right? So we have that methyl group back on just planar. So This is where the sodium borohydride comes in handy, and I'm going to bring us down a tad. The sodium borohydride now is, you would add this about now, and what's going to happen is we're going to attack the carbonyl, push electrons up to the nitrogen, and that leaves us with this, and here's where we'd start our unknown stereochemistry once more. Oh, and this should have a positive. I was confusing myself. I was like, you have a positive charge there because there's a unknown hydrogen as well. 4 bonds on nitrogen not wanted. So yeah, we simply have that there. And then there should be, right. All right, that's it. Yep, that's methamphetamine synthesis. You'll get a 50-50 mix there, and yeah, pretty simple. I mean, right, it comes in, attacks, yep. So that sodium borohydride is that critical last step. It's gonna push electrons onto the nitrogen, neutralize our compounds. So you'll get the crappy S enantiomer, and you'll get the R enantiomer of this, and these reagents are a little hard to come by. Methylamine, you know, you could make. Phenylacetone, I believe, is controlled. Sodium cyanoborohydride is not particularly easy to get. Probably like a chemical website, and H2SO4 being that good acid. Probably not the best acid for this. I know that they use hydroiodic acid, but that's probably a different method. So yeah, this is what I know, though, making methamphetamine from reductive amination. So have a wonderful day, guys.